You have to go into your dark corners of your mind every now and then, which is a lot of fun.
You get to play with a lot of exciting and amazing characters, and this is just a beginning.
It's not just scattered thoughts, it's all woven together.
What we're trying to do with an original storytelling device is tell a good tale, but also show one that is sort of as well thought through as it can possibly be. You know, the way characters looked and whatnot was very much an important part of how to tell the story.
Each character design has to show what this character is about. You don't add detail for the sake of detail, you add detail to tell a story.
We all have little things on there that just sort of settle our looks. I think when you're doing character design, that's the stuff that often gets overlooked.
Those things you might not know initially when you're making something look cool. Then when you go back and revise, look at the story, like what is this character's true intent, that can help then inspire evolving the concept.
The basic is starting by the general forms, working over that and making his visual designs interesting.
Tom asked me to just try to explore other cultures like Maya, Indian, Egyptian cultures. Like the Egyptians would have been inspired by what these undead creatures were wearing.
In the underworld, the older periods of history tend to be the predominant fashion trends. This was a story element as well as a conceptual one. I really wanted to pay off the notion of, you know, the undead typically has a sort of antiquated kind of look. The Zyle character is a pretty distinct composite of Elizabethan costuming. And so in her bone form actually kind of creates that big veiled collar or whatnot that you see in a lot of dress design of that period.
You have to have appealing color and form and shapes. Definitely an appealing pose as well. So like the head could be looking one way, the shoulders could be pointing in a different direction. That creates a little more visual interest in the pose.
Immensely helpful when you have all these different types of people come with their different specialties. A sculptor bringing their flavor, their enhancements to it. A painter bringing their enhancements to it in 3D.
It's just really exciting stuff to see what sculptors can do. You make a 2D thing on paper and they just grab it and do their magic and make it into this living, breathing creature right there.
These characters do exist in a real world. And when you're trying to create one that's as fantastic as the one that the Court of the Dead exists in, that's a pretty important thing to establish that kind of rooting for the audience. We all kind of react to things visually initially because that's the first thing that hits us. So when you see someone, it evokes an emotion. You need to know what that trigger that it's pulling is because that is something you'll want to exploit in your story.
It's a real collaborative process. It's not just one person doing everything.
If one person works on a single thing, it could be good, but it takes a lot of people to make it great.
It's been cool to be a part of something that didn't exist, and then being a part of it as it grew to where it is now.
To be able to set the bar at a nice height that we are definitely trying to exceed is going to be the thrill ride of the next year to come.